So, should be a close race. Either way, it will be very entertaining to watch, to see the skills of these runners. All right, it seems like they're pretty close to starting. And yes, let me just get everything ready. Okay, so they're going to be starting with bunnies. You're going to be collecting star bits and shooting the bunnies to stun them rather than having to run around and chase them for ages. So each runner's got their own setup. See if it works out. Yep, good so far. Pretty nice for Sludgy on the second bunny. Danny taking a little bit longer. Not a big deal though. And Sludgy running out of star bits. That's not good. So Danny's ahead now, finishing up bunnies. This is an unfortunate start for Sludgy. Okay, so a couple of things to note. For those who haven't seen a run of this game before, we're playing as Luigi rather than Mario because Luigi is different to Mario because Luigi doesn't have an opening cutscene at the start of the game. Just goes straight to the bunnies section. And also Luigi can jump higher and run faster, but is more slipperier, so it's harder to control. You'll notice both runners are using the Japanese version of the game because Japanese text both scrolls faster and there's also less of it. So all up, it saves 50 seconds over not over using English text. So that's quite a big difference. So the runners are going to be collecting star chips here. Long jumping as often as possible, because that's the fastest horizontal movement. When you're on normal ground. This Goomba has a key, they're going to unlock it, talk to the Luma and head up to the final outside planet of this gateway. So Danny's heading into the pipe now and Sludgy will soon follow. We've got a skip coming up. We'll see if Danny gets it. So Danny was able to skip the text box of that Luma right there. There's a 4-frame window if you jump. And unfortunately Sludgy misses it. That's a big time loss in relative terms. Trying to optimize the movement here by long jumping as much as possible without getting zapped, but Sludgy gets zapped, unfortunately. Okay, so after the first level, Danny's ahead by 15 seconds. $20 seconds. So we're going to be collecting 60 stars in this run, and then we're going to be defeating Bowser. The start of this game, there's a lot of cutscenes, but after the sort of tutorial levels and things like that, it'll start to pick up and get some really fast stars, but there's lots of skips in every level, so I'll try and point them out when they happen. So Rosalina's just saying we need to collect power stars. We need lots of them. I don't think she says we need 60, but that's what we need. So we're going to be heading to the terrace dome, into Good Egg 1. Okay, so in only a select number of levels, the runners will be collecting star bits. This is one of them. So as Danny flies in, he'll be using his mouse pointer to collect lots of star bits. Skipping that Luma text box pull star bit by long jumping there. And this peanut-shaped planet, gonna collect the 5-star chips without landing in the thing that slows you down. And Sludgy also about to do that. Now Danny's doing a triple jump here, getting up to the next planet. There'll be a lot of that sort of trick. And here's one. So, using our extra height that we can get with Luigi to get into gravity fields that we're not really meant to get into. Skipping big chunks of each level. Now this fight is pretty straightforward. We're gonna shake against the piranha's tail 4 times. Danny and Sludgy, they might use star bits to slow down the piranha a little bit, but otherwise pretty straightforward. Collecting as many star bits as possible. So the reason why we're collecting star bits is because we need 2 of the stars that we'll do. We need to feed hungry Lumas for them to unlock. One of them is Sweet Sweet, which needs 400 star bits, and one of them is Drip Drop, which is at the very end, which needs 600 star bits. So 1,000 in total. And whenever you don't collect star bits at all in a level, you skip a text box at the one that Danny just completed then. So that saves a tiny bit of time. With proper routing of the star bits, you can save about 5 seconds. So it's worth doing. So it's lots of small optimizations. So this level, Good Egg 2, we're going to be collecting 100 star bits. This time we're going to use them all inside the level. We're going to feed a hungry Luma that's inside the level. And Danny's going to be shooting star bits on those blue enemies there to get 3 star bits from them rather than just shaking and only getting 1. Now Danny did a Luma bounce. Let's wait, I'll explain when Sludgy does it. It's hard to explain. So Sludgy's going to be setting it up, doing a homing ground pound on the Luma, which sends you towards the Luma, and you get momentum from that, and you go straight to the launch star, which is towards us in the screen. It saves having to use the pull stars to the left. And Danny's finishing off, getting 100 star bits on the final planet. And Sludgy also getting there. One thing to point out is that whenever the runners are taking a launch star and then landing on another planet, they'll be going to first person mode and quickly exiting, which saves a tiny bit of time. So right now Danny, it's very, very quick, hard to notice, but it saves the animation of you landing on a planet. So you can move a bit quicker. So at the time save adds up throughout the run. And there's a fast cycle here that Danny's going to try and make. Going to triple jump into this gravity field, and he makes it. Let's see if Sludgy can get it. Gonna have to wait a little bit, but still fine. Pretty nice Good Egg 2 from both runners. It seems that Sludgy has caught up a bit of time now. I'll try and keep track on how much time either of them are behind the other. So Danny's about to head in, well, they're both about to head into Honey Hive 1, which maybe has the most well-known trick, I'm not too sure. But we have the tree skip in this level. So it saves about a minute over doing the casual, or at least somewhat casual way. So Danny's going to head up to the left, up this slope, shaking. And then triple jumping up here and going up to the top of this tree. Sludgy's also going to do it. Try and get track of both at once. Okay, Danny having trouble with his positioning here. Ooh. Okay, he gets up. And Sludgy falls down. So they're going to be jumping up this slope by holding a certain direction when they're sliding down the slope. Also, Danny gets the tree skip. Got to jump at just the right time and spin at just the right time as well. And both players get that, which is nice. Good to see. The estimated amount of time, this is roughly going to take 2.5 hours. And Sludgy's making up the time here. There's only about a 4-second difference between the runners. It's good to see that it's a close race. Honey Hive 2 is going to be quite similar, except instead of at the top of the tree is just more tree, it's a tower, and they're going to climb that tower rather than using the windmill. They're going to climb using backflips and spins and wall kicks and spins, collecting star bits along the way. So very similar. Now, you probably didn't notice, but Danny got a frame-perfect jump when he started that level. Saves about a second. If you jump on the frame that you land. Now the camera's a bit finicky here. Yep, Danny gets up. And Sludgy does too, that's nice. Heading up the tower. Sludgy using slightly different strategy, which I think is faster. Pretty nice movement from both, using a homing ground pound to make sure they land on the top boss. Also, it's hard to notice because it's in Japanese, but there's a text box after every level which says, "Would you like to save?" And we say no. There's no need to. Just loses time. Okay, so I'm pretty sure the runners are going to be doing slightly different strategies in this boss fight that's about to come up. So they're going to be long jumping, trying to avoid the boulders here. Going to get the B power up, which is not very fast, so we want to avoid using it if at all possible. Yes, the Japanese text goes faster, it scrolls faster, and there's also less of it. So it actually saves over 50 seconds than using English. So I'm going to avoid these spring plants as well. Just going to trigger the cutscene on the very edge of the planet. So the difference that I'm talking about in this fight will be in the third phase. So this is the first phase done, about to start the second one. Going to triple jump, touch the water to get rid of the bee suit, and then triple jump. And Sludgy messes up a little bit. It's going to cost him quite a bit actually, because the Bugger Boom's going to have to turn around. Now Danny's setting up, going to do a backflip when the Bugger Boom is horizontal, so that he can ground pound on top. And Sludgy gets the fast strat there, using a triple jump. Precise timing and positioning there. Alright, we have a galaxy called Loop to Loop, which involves a race. So the runners are going to be getting roughly between 56 and 58 seconds. So put your guesses in chat what the runners are going to get. 56.6, 56.98. Alright, let's see who gets closest. We'll start with Danny. And then we'll see how Sludgy goes as well. $59.106. Let's see how they go. So they're going to be trying to cut the corners as closely as possible, using motion controls here. Both looking good. Skipping across that final bit. 57.3 for Denny. And what did Sludgy get? 56.5. That's nice. So T38C, you got close to Sludgy, and Patrick, you got closest to Danny. Alright. That's the only race we'll see in this race within a race, as Patrick said. That's the only one of those we'll see in the run. We will have the cosmic clone races when the comets spawn though. Oh, actually no, that's my mistake. We have a race coming up in TheSludgy. Excuse me, at the 2-hour mark. So Flip Switch Galaxy is all about the cycles, so the runners are going to want to optimize their movement and not get zapped while touching all the flip switches. Good so far from Danny. Gonna get it set up a triple jump here as well. Looks like he got it. Let's see how Sludgy goes. This is not grand finals, this is technically semi-finals. It's the losers bracket finals. So whoever wins this will take on Hardcore Gaming 07. And both runners had a really nice flip switch. So this is the first boss fight, well, major boss fight of the game. Danny's going to skip this first planet completely just by doing a triple jump on top of this cage, because the gravity field of the final planet, or the second planet, is very large. So we'll go straight into it. Sludgy's going to set up a triple jump on this smaller platform here, and that was really nice, first try. Odds that Sludgy makes up the lost time. Yeah, it's likely. Anything can happen there. So both runners use some long jumps there to get to onto the leg of Mega Leg quickly. Gonna manipulate the bullet bill movement here to avoid using these smaller cages. And Danny almost messes that up, but hits the Grand Star cage immediately, and so does Sludgy. So it looks like both players are getting a 25 terrace, which is exceptional, especially for a race. Less than 10 seconds between the players, which is always nice to see in a race. Now the runners might actually be using slightly different routes here, but I'll point that out if that happens. It will just be the star order rather than the types of stars that they'll be doing. So Danny's going to be heading to the fountain now. Going to use a triple jump here rather than using the warp pad. So Danny's heading into Space Junk 1. I'll quickly explain the skips that are involved here before they happen. So there's pull stars in this game, and you can preserve the momentum from a pull star by releasing your grip from the pull star at a certain time. So we're going to be wanting to use this to get into the gravity field of a planet that we're not meant to get to normally, which saves a bunch of time. We have to be facing a certain direction though, and Danny gets it. Nice. So that saves a bunch of time. And Sludgy also gets it first try. And Danny had a bit of trouble getting... And it looks like we're in sync now. Danny still having a bit of trouble. Sludgy, no troubles here, gonna go for Sludgy Hop. A trick he found. Gonna skip breaking these crystals. Both players getting Sludgy Hop first try, that's nice. It's quite a precise triple jump that they have to perform there. So I'll put the audio onto Sludgy. Does look impressive, doesn't it? So Space Junk 2, there's not heaps to mention, apart from the boss fight. But we're going to skip a few sections with some long jumps, and Sludgy misses the box there, but that's fine. going to get this shell in such a way that it comes to Sludgy a little bit later than usual, so it doesn't auto-aim on the enemy there. So that was nice. All little optimizations. Now Sludgy's going to want to grab a shell here and triple jump up to the boss platform rather than using the sling star there. That way you can have a shell at the start of the fight, rather than having to wait for the boss to give you one. But Sludgy misses the first shell hit, so unfortunately that time save is wasted, and Danny catches up. Neck and neck. There's a bit of RNG in this boss. It is possible to get a fireball when you usually get a shell. But it looks like both runners got good RNG there. I heard a theory recently from Viper who said the first run that you do from power on always gets you the shell. But that needs to be tested. But either way, both runners got good RNG there, which is nice. So there's a skip coming up in this level. We've got another motion control level with the ball in rolling green. I'm going to skip a small section which saves about 8 seconds by jumping off a platform onto the rail early rather than through the hole in the platform. It's quite precise, the position you need to be in. So I've got a short tutorial here. Okay, so it's coming up for both runners now. I'm going to jump off to the right, onto the rail, and Danny gets it, and Sludgy also gets it. Nicely done. So in this level, the players are going to be wanting to jump as little as possible and hit things as little as possible. So hopefully touching no enemies to maintain maximum speed. Sludgy grabbing the flagpole early, that was nice. Very close race. Alright, so there's a skip at the start of this level. Instead of collecting the 5 full star chips, they're just going to have a precise position on their triple jump here. Sludgy misses it, has to set it up again. You have to be on the very edge of the saucer there. And into an auto-scroller, where players are going to be collecting a lot of star bits. Remember, we need 1,000 in total for this run. And we want to spend as little time as possible on this saucer. So they're both going to set up a triple jump here to get to the final saucer early. Going to manipulate a bullet bill here to not touch any of the cages apart from the one that holds the star. So again, triple jump up to the fountain rather than taking the warp pad. Gonna head into Battle Rock 2. Now the reason we got sent back to Rosalina is because we got told about comets, and we'll be seeing those comets coming up soon, all different types. If you've played the game, you might remember there's Daredevil comets where you only have one life, or speedy comets where there's a timer, all sorts of things. Now this level is this level is all about objects moving on the screen. Objects only move when they're on the screen. So players are going to be going into first-person mode occasionally in this level to manipulate where the objects are so that they move in a way that they want them to. So I'll try and explain when that happens. It kind of happened before, but very fast. Hard to explain. So they're both heading into this planet here where they'll be doing that. So they're going to be looking up to the crystal in just a second to change the position of the crystal and get a better cycle. Not have to wait the cannon shot. You should be able to see what I mean soon. So Danny's looking up, waiting for the perfect position, and then taking the cannon shot and gonna shoot the cannon straight away. And Sludgy gets it too. So Danny's waiting here on this planet to manipulate the cycles. Again, because they're on the screen, they move. Otherwise he would have to wait with this cannon shot. Sludgy might have to wait? No, doesn't need to. So one slight difference that the players have is that Danny is playing in 4:3 resolution, aspect ratio. While Sludgy is playing in 16:9. So, which means with widescreen, more objects are on the screen at once, so they move more. So Sludgy, so here's where the routes are going to diverge slightly. Sludgy's going to be doing Space Junk Comet, which is just a speedrun of Space Junk 1 with the skip and the Sludgy Hop and everything, while Danny is heading into Battle Rock 3. So I'll try and keep track of both at once. Then he's going to try and set up a triple jump here to get to the next saucer quickly. And Sludgy gets Space Junk 1 skip, first try. Let's see if Sludgy can get Sludgy Hop. Big boost, and he gets it. The aspect ratio is an advantage for widescreen. For example, this cycle coming up on Danny's screen, he'll have to wait in a second. On widescreen, you don't have to. But Danny unfortunately messed up the triple jump, so we won't be able to show that off, because the cycle will be different anyway. So a really nice space jump comet from Sludgy there. So it's going to be hard to know who exactly is ahead for a little while, until the routes converge. They should converge in about half an hour maybe. I will point out that Sludgy is using a faster route, but only by a few seconds. Sludgy going for the triple jump. He gets it. Nice. Saves some waiting time. And Sludgy used a starter there to hit the red topman into the laser, to make that sort of cutscene happen a bit quicker. That was nice. So Danny's heading into Bowser 1. Going to do a death warp here, purposely dying into a specific position to get into a specific black hole to trigger a checkpoint, and he passed that section. So that's the only time we're going to intentionally die in this game, in this run. Lots of small optimizations here. Going to triple jump up to on top of this thwomp, getting a big boost. Danny triggered the cutscene early there by moving into the trigger zone from a lower stair than he was meant to. Long jumping across. So a lot of these Bowser fights will involve cancelling Bowser's attacks and making him hit the glass as soon as possible. So there's less characters in Japanese, and it also scrolls faster. So in combination, it saves 50 seconds. Also, Danny having trouble cancelling the attack, but gets it a little bit later. Sludgy's doing Battle Rock Comet here, which is the Daredevil, so only 1 life. Sludgy almost gets hit there. Now you might be thinking Sludgy's quite far behind because Danny's already finished Bowser 1, but that's because they're using different routes. I will switch the audio to Danny though. Not often, T38C. Oh, Sludgy almost has to wait for this cycle. This is going to be hard to control. He gets it. It's hard to say as a ruin. They're using slightly different routes. I think it's Sludgy, but can't be certain. So Danny's heading into Beach Fall 1, which involves tilt. The quick explanation of tilt is that sometimes you get extra height on jumps, depending on your movement throughout a level. In this case, Danny got extra height on his jumps, and he was able to triple jump up to that platform. Sometimes it's just not possible. And that skips having to get all the star chips in the water of Beach Bowl. So Sludgy's got a nice fight going so far. Cancelling Bowser's attacks by spinning in front. You might notice that Bowser doesn't run in a straight line. The runners have to adapt, change direction, depending on where Bowser moves. So quite a short star from Danny coming up. Going to use the gold shell. So Sludgy's going to be collecting star bits in this level. There's quite a few star bits to collect. Doing Beach Ball's Secret, which involves getting a shell and coming up to the top platform here and breaking a cage, which opens a launch star. I'm going to be doing a skip at the end here, which involves skipping the cataquacks. I'll try and explain it as it happens. And Sludgy is heading into Beach Ball 1. Let's see if he gets good tilt and can make the triple jump up to the top platform. So Danny's got the Ice Fire power up. Going to be doing lots of skating long jumps, if possible. And Danny gets good tilt and is able to make it up. So Danny's going to skip the cataquacks here, go to the final to a platform nearby and do a big backflip straight to the star. Now Danny's going to be able to skip the cutscenes here because he's already watched the cutscenes from Beach Ball 3. He's going to do the normal star here, while Sludgy heads into Beach Ball 2 collecting the gold shell, giving it to the swim instructor. Getting 2 frame perfect ground pounds there in a row. Ooh, almost misses the shell. Danny's going to triple jump onto this Tox box and long jump straight through this level, and then do a big skip at the end, which involves a precisely timed and positioned long jump and spin. Oh, he misses it this time. You don't often see that. That's quite a big time loss as well, about 20 seconds. So this is an opportunity for Sludgy to increase his lead. Okay, Danny gets it. Second try. Sludgy with another frame perfect ground pound. It does save time, not just for show. Oh, by the way, triple jumping here instead of using the cataquack to get the question mark block. So Danny's in Ghostly 1 now. Gonna be trying to use this Rainbow Star power up for as long as possible, not bumping into anything if possible. It's going to be wanting to collect all 5-star chips with the Rainbow power up, but that's quite rare. He set up the triple jump in that way to get to the launch star without having to backflip for it. Now here's Mansion Clip from Danny. Going to be using the pull star momentum again to clip underneath the mansion. Saves a bunch of time. And we are Luigi, and we are saving Luigi. Alright, let's see how Sludgy goes with the rainbow power-up. Trying not to touch anything. Oh, I think he did touch something. Yeah. It's okay. I'm gonna set up a triple jump here as well. Exactly the same as Danny, nicely done. So Danny's feeding the Hungry Luma here, and while the launch star is activating, he's going to long jump over to Luigi and talk to him. And Luigi's going to say, if I find any stars, then I'll send you a letter. So we'll be getting some stars from Luigi throughout the run. Okay, so sweet. This level's all about long jumping without spinning, if possible, because spinning slows down all your horizontal momentum. This level is a good indication of the skill level of runners, because stringing long jumps together is very difficult, as well as changing directions in that process. Looks like Danny only had to shake once, which is nice. And we already have a letter from Luigi saying, I got stuck on top of a house. Can you save me? So we're gonna save him. It's a very short star. Sludgy gets a frame perfect jump, that's nice. Danny using two long jumps there and bouncing on top of the enemy to get up to the platform with Luigi quicker. So pretty nice from Sludgy as well. Okay, sorry about that. Missed a level from both runners. I think we're back there. Yep. So that level was Honey Hive Comet, and that you might not have seen, but there was a small boost that the runners could get at the start. There's a 5-frame window for that boost. And they also skipped a big chunk of that level by jumping off the side and spinning using backwards momentum. Now Sludgy here is selecting the first star so that he can skip the cutscene. So again, 2 long jumps, spin, and then straight up. And Danny's heading back to the kitchen. Gonna do Beach Ball Comets. Fast Foe Comets. Let's see if Danny can get the skip that he missed the first time. No troubles. So Sludge is going to do Beach Ball 3 now. I think followed straight away by Beach Ball. So they're going to be getting those skips. If Sludgy is able to get both skips, then he'll save about 20 seconds on Danny. Now in Bubble Breeze, we've got a motion control, well, we've got a control that uses, a level that uses the pointer. It's hard to control the bubble that Sludgy's in. Danny's in, sorry. And Sludgy's able to get the skip, saving a bit of time on Danny. Okay, Danny's heading into Ghostly Secret. Arguably the hardest level in the game, depending on which version of the skip you go for. So let's just quickly watch Sludgy with the skip. The Beach Ball skip. And okay, so Danny's going to go for the key skip here. Going to get one of the keys, but none of the other ones. Going to use a backflip here onto the very thin platform. Misses it this time. Very hard to land on it, and he dies. Very hard to skip. Danny's able to get it. Second try. And let's see how Sludgy goes. Whether he can save time on what Danny just did. They are very, very close. So Sludgy's going for keyless here, which involves two very thin platforms that he has to land on, and he gets it. That was really nice from Sludgy. Danny's heading to Bowser Jr. 2. Skipping a lot of those planets by aiming the cannon to the left. So in the... Oh, Danny misses a turtle shell shot. So the thing with... Oh, misses another one. This is not good. The thing with this level is if you mess up even slightly, then a lot of things can go wrong because it just becomes chaos. And that's what happened for Danny just then. So Danny's reading another letter from Luigi saying he got stuck in a cage in Battle Rock. Gonna head to the fountain for the last time. And once again the triple jump instead of the warp pad. Sludgy using a triple jump up to that boss platform. Not actually sure if that's faster, but it looks cool. I think this is a strategy that Yoshi fan developed, or maybe Valid. Quite different to what Danny was just doing. And he gets the fourth shot. And the last one hits the enemy rather than the ship. So this is what I was saying. Chaos. But it looks like he's got a free shot. Yep. The route that Sludgy is doing is faster, but only by about 5 seconds. They're doing exactly the same levels, just in slightly different orders. So this is a very short level, the one that Danny's doing right now. Just going to get all the musical notes on this planet, and the star will appear. So here's where we see Danny is going to be doing Space Jump Comet, which is what Sludgy has already done. Danny misses the skip first try. It's all about the positioning of Luigi, using the backwards momentum that Luigi gets, as well as the momentum from the full stars. Danny gets Sludgy Hop first try, which is nice. So Sludgy is ahead by about a minute, maybe. Sludgy gets the triple jump in Battle Rock Luigi first try. So again, Sludgy's in an auto-scroller, going to be collecting star bits. Yeah, that's a good question. So in this run we need to collect 1,000 star bits in total, but some levels we don't want to collect star bits. It's because of the notification at the end of the level. We only want to collect star bits in a minimal amount of levels. So some levels we will get rid of star bits if we collect them. I hope that made sense. And then he gets the triple jump in Battle Rock Luigi, so the routes have converged, and Sludgy is ahead. Again, going to be manipulating the bullet bill movement here, going on the underside of the saucer. that was very weird, that color of that green star, because the bullet bill was nearby. Interesting. So Sludgy's heading to the bedroom by using the inner rotating platform there. As Danny manipulates the bullet bills here in Battle Rock Luigi. Looks like Danny is over a minute behind. So Sludgy is going to ride this flower all the way to the final planet, rather than and using a triple jump to get to the next planet, rather than using landing in the previous planet and then having to miss those vines, which is quite slow. Here we have another instance of bunny catching, but this time there's a pretty consistent strategy. We just long jump straight away and catch it. Nicely done by Sludgy. Hey, thank you. So again, Danny riding to the very end and then using a triple jump to get to the big piranha planet. Oh, Danny lands on top, but he knows what to do. Shoots star bit straight at the bunny, and that was a good backup. So Sludgy's heading into Gusty Garden 2 now, which is another level where we see an instance of objects moving only when they're on the screen. So Sludgy's going to manipulate this to make the moles in this next planet move in the way that he wants them to. So there's 3 moles that he's trying to get. He misses the second one. The thing about this planet is once you lose them, it gets pretty chaotic. It's very hard to find them. So that's 2. But the thing is, it's out of cycle, so he doesn't really know where to look for the next one. Okay. So about a 20-second time loss there, maybe 15 seconds. So Danny's heading into the same level. Let's see if he can catch up some time. using a triple jump there rather than using the worm. So Danny, that's the first one. Second. And third. Okay, so saving time on Sludgy there. Sludgy is definitely still ahead there. So in this fight, Sludgy is going to be jumping over Major Barrows to make him come up out of the grounds a bit quicker, rather than running away from him for a little while. Also using a double ground pound there to get him through his next phase quicker. And using Starbits to slow him down. Chase after him. Yeah, it is. I'd say about a minute still. A minute lead. So Sludgy's going to ride this flower here to get to the top planet, collecting all of these question mark items to unlock the rainbow star, to get the golden jump and get the star. Very quick star. So we'll be able to see that now from Danny as well. Shaking just at the right time to ride the flower as much as possible. Also using backwards momentum. Now Sludgy's already entered Gusty Garden 3 while doing the secret, so you can skip the cutscenes. So we're gonna not do the intended strat here, just using the gravity fields of the poles to get the 5 star chips. Now here's coming up a bit of a skip, quite a big skip actually. Luigi only, can't do with Mario. Precise spin, and Sludgy gets it. So that area isn't even activated yet because you haven't touch the, or spun against those gravity switches. Saves a bunch of time. Let's see if Danny can get it as well. Got a long jump off to the right. A little bit. Okay. Yep. That's all fine. And Sludgy heading into Gusty Garden Comets. Daredevil Comet, only one left. It's rarely an issue with speedruns. And gets a double ground pound, and the fight's already over. Sludgy opting not to do the strategy where you jump over major barriers. Definitely safer. So Sludgy heading into Freeze Flame 1. There's a lot of cool skips in Freeze Flame Galaxy. We're going to be using the Skating Long Jump, which is the fastest form of horizontal movement in the game. Get lots of distance. Sludgy messing up the triple jump up to the item box slightly, but there's an easy backup there. Gonna backflip straight up to the boss platform. I wonder if Sludgy's gonna go for triple jump here. So it's quite easy to get hit by the boss's ice there, but it was fine. Sludgy. And doing a backflip straight away onto the boss, and a weak spin by spinning again, even when the spin counter hasn't reset. Danny also doing the same thing, using a triple jump to get up to that platform. Ooh, misses the triple jump there as well. A little bit slower on the back up. Can he make it? He's got to make it in time with the ice flower. He should be fine. Yeah. So now he can't do that triple jump anymore. Okay, Sludgy Cosmic Luigi Race misses the boost, but not a big deal because skating long jumps are very quick. Almost. It's the wrong gravity field. Lots of skating long jumps, straight to the star. Let's see if Danny can get the boost. He does. Now, as Danny finishes off the Freeze Flame Comet, Sludgy's going to be collecting star chips. Now, you might be wondering how he stops, how Sludgy stops after breaking the ice. If you hold neutral after shaking, then you can stop mid-skate. And you can keep going by pressing a direction on the joystick. Sludgy missed the fast long jump into the launch star there. Now Sludgy's going for this strategy which involves using the 6-up power-up. Ooh, when he gets hit, that's still going to go for it. I have no idea if that's going to work. Looks like it worked. Getting a lot of... Oh, not good. Missed his angle there with the long jump. So where does that go? Okay, so that's quite a big time loss there. Danny getting the 5-star chips. So using the horizontal momentum from damage boost, you can continually hit the lava using the 6-up power-up. Oh, that was a weird hit from the enemy there. And getting the fire flower, long jumping straight over to these cauldrons here. So Danny's using a slightly different strategy where you go up to this platform and then you activate the gravity field from here by long jumping to the right. Going to take some damage here to save time, waiting for the cycles. So Danny saved some time on Sludgy in this level. Looks like he's only about less than 30 seconds behind. So the first planet that Sludgy's on, just gonna skating long jump around. Sorry, skating single jump, not long jump. And so is Danny. I'm going to triple jump into this section here and backflips straight out. No need to go around and drop those walls. And use the fire flower power up to light those mini cauldrons and activate the launch star. And this ending part is very similar to the Freeze Flame Comet, which we did earlier. Usually the Comet is based on previous level, but in this case the Comet spawned after the first level when we hadn't even done this level. And Sludgy misses the Ice Flower, gonna lose a bit of time there. He makes it up okay. Let's see if Danny can make up a little bit of time here. And he does. It's only 23 seconds in it. Very close. Now this is a pretty fast-paced level. Probably one of the most technically challenging levels in the game. In terms of fast movement, rather than big skips. Even though it is skipping casual strategies. So again, able to skip the cutscenes. Gonna head up the summit. I think Sludgy might be doing a new strategy rather than going up the slope here. Going to be doing some long jumps and using a double wall kick. That was nice. Yep, straight up to the sling star. Nicely done. Misses the triple jump there, but should be fine. Doesn't want to get hit by those bats. Danny's heading up a slope using pretty broken slope mechanic where you just keep spinning and you can go up slopes. So a lot of backflips and spins here to get to the top of the summit. Nicely done. Danny gets the triple jump there. Saving a little bit of time. You got it. Oh, Danny falls down. Yep, that's a bit of a time loss. You don't want to get hit by the bat. That's the main thing. Okay, mix it up. Alright. So, just give me 1 second and then I will explain. So quite recently, Valley found a strategy where you can spin up against a wall in Honey Climb and get a massive boost. So Sludgy missed it first try, but gets it second try. Saves about 20 seconds. You can also get even higher boosts if you spin against one of the Mandy bugs on the third planet. And Sludgy gets the big boost from the Mandy bug. That was nice. And should be able to get to the star from here. That was really nice from Sludgy. Let's see if Danny can do the same. Looks like he got the boost. What's he going to go for now? Going to go for another one. Doesn't get it off the Mandy Bag, just a normal boost, which is fine. You need to be pointing straight up, so this time I didn't, but at least it didn't fall down, that's the main thing. Not too bad. Alright, Bowser 2. This level is quite tricky as well. There's a lot of big skips. Even the easy versions of the skips save a lot of time over the casual strats. So going to be long jumping, using the gravity to his advantage, Sludgy is. Avoiding these moving platforms, no need. Going to be setting up a triple jump through the gravity onto this platform. And up here as well. Going to try and get a nice cycle here. Avoiding the dark matter and long jumping through here. I'll try and keep an eye on Danny as we watch Sludgy do the gravity skip in this level. And he's going to go for the fast gravity skip. Very precise. And he gets it. That's really nicely done. From Sludgy. Now the cycles are slightly different with what Danny's doing right now. So I think it's a little bit faster. I don't think Danny's going to go for the fast gravity skip here. And he's going to wait it out, which is understandable. It's very difficult. So even this version is quite tricky. Heading up to the platform. Now I forgot to mention that this fight, Bowser has dark spins, or using the dark matter in his attacks, so we can cancel those attacks by spinning in front of it. But we want to be able to spin against all of his attacks in one go, so we need to jump to reset the spin counter. But in the third phase, there's 3 spins that we have to dodge. We have to counter. So the first one's going to be just normal, and then a jump to spin, and then a weak spin. Third hit, and Sludgy pulls it off nicely. Ooh, Danny misses the hit on Bowser there. But Danny gets the 3 spin cancels there, which is nice. Taking damage, but not too bad. So, pretty nice from Sludgy there. 146.38. I'll just remember that, and we'll have a good baseline. So we got about a 36-second difference between the runners. So Gold Leaf is a very tricky galaxy to nail. There are a lot of skips, and they're all quite tricky. Gold Leaf 1 is not too bad. Sludgy gets the frame perfect jump. Gonna collect the 5 star chips. Full star chips. To be able to get to the launch star. Collecting star bits here, Sludgy, is because there's another bunny hatching sequence. Also, Sludgy looked up there to, rather than, because it's a bit slower to go straight from the first full star, going straight up to the second one, or third one. And a quick bunny catch from Sludgy. Third one. Ooh, Danny misses the first go. That's not good. If you run out of star bits. Oh, very nice. So the reason why Danny was able to get the bunny quite quickly, even without star bits, was because the bunny slows down in the water. So Danny was quite fortunate there. Gold Leaf 2, quite a tricky level. I'll say that about a lot of the levels in Gold Leaf. This one has a lot of skips. Going to be using the Cataquack here to go straight up to the launch site. And going to be doing probably a triple jump. No, probably a side flip. To get to this cube planet. And then triple jumping onto the M planet. Just makes it. Using the Cataquack to get up to the top. Aggravating the third one into the launch star. And there's more skips to come. So, setting up a triple jump here to get the B suit. And all the way up to the top flower, skipping most of that last part of the level. Nicely done by Sludgy. So Danny's also doing the triple jump up to the M planet. Using the Cataquack. Ooh, a little bit too far there. But not a big deal. Because the Cataquack still moved how he wanted. Again, setting up a triple jump. And jumping up this platform straight up to the flower. Okay, Gold Leaf 3. There's going to be some unfavorable triple jumps here with the camera angle. First triple jump up here, another triple jump. Camera's going to change halfway through. Still makes it up. That was nice. Another triple jump here, and bonks. There's a quick back up there. No need for B Luigi here. And here Sludgy's going to shake as fast as he can, and spin and land on the fence. Ooh, is this bad? He doesn't want to trigger the boss cutscene. I think he should be okay. It's still active though, so he could trigger it even now. I think he's fine. Let's see how Danny goes with the triple jump. Nicely done as well. Gonna set up another triple jump. Ooh, that was good. Good so far from Danny. Let's see if he can get the skip. Good. So he didn't trigger the boss. So Ghostly's secret. Again, we're using the bubble with musical notes, and we're going to unlock the star. Oh, that was really nice from Sludgy. The thing with this star is if you're really good, you can be too fast for the musical notes. That you'll go past them before they spawn. But that was really nice from Sludgy because you got the very last one as soon as it spawned, which means it's the fastest possible you can do it. It's not easy to do. Danny gets a pretty nice gold leaf secret. So Sludgy's heading into Gold Leaf Comet now. We're going to be racing Cosmic Luigi. Frame perfect jump. That's nice. Going to be doing a similar triple jump up to the tree to skip most of it. But this time the camera angle is not slightly different, very different. More favourable though, so you can set it up a bit nicer, a bit easier, and nicely done from Sludgy. Very clean. Let's see if Danny can pull it off. That's the boost. He also gets it. Very nice from both runners. Alright, we are in TheSlud. This is just an auto-scroller. The reason why we do this level in any percent is because TheSlud Comet, TheSlud 2, those two levels are very quick. So it makes up for it. Okay, I'll quickly explain surface spins, if I can. So the quick explanation is that if you approach the surface while spinning at a certain rate, you can enter into a state where you are on the surface and you are able to spin and swim a lot faster than you would normally be able to. So the players are going to want to be in that state for as long as possible in these next two levels. There are many setups for it, but the main thing is that they'll be wanting to spam shake the Wii remote as fast as possible. So let's see how Sludgy goes. And he gets it. So you see it's much different. It's a lot different from the usual swimming state, and it's a lot faster. And you see Sludgy is spamming the shake. Let's see if Danny can do it. And he gets it. Let's see if he can hold it on. It's a bit harder to control in this state, your direction, but it's not too bad. So that was pretty nice for Danny and Sludgy. Now, here is another race. So put your numbers in chat. What you think the runners will get. The world record is about a 46, I think. But players will get between 46 and 56. So I think 48.7. Put your guesses in. So Sludgy got the quick surface spin. Pretty sure. This level's quite tiring for the runners because you have to shake constantly. Shake, shake, shake. So we're coming up to another surface. Sludgy's going to want to get the surface spin activated. Third try, nice. See if he can hold it. Then he gets the immediate surface swim. Really nice from Sludgy. Ooh, Danny Punks. Fourth try. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. Alright, both players heading into Toy Time 1. Sludgy gets frame perfect jump, which means he can get the early cycle on the train there. So that's nice. Sub 3 this split, I guess. Gonna skip that with a triple jump and long jump straight across to the launch star. We can use the spring mushroom here, but it's very slow, so we try to avoid it at all costs. We only use it in the 120 star category for this game. Danny missing the triple jump there, but it's fine. Back flip up. Alright, going to do armpit skip now. Instead of doing the long section in up to Mecha Bowser, the top of Mecha Bowser, I'm going to get there by going out of the intended way and into the armpit, and wall jumping inside the armpit of Mecha Bowser. And that was nice from Sludgy. Let's see how Danny goes with the armpit skip. Slightly off in the position, but doesn't fall, that's the main thing. Okay, he's up. Going to be collecting 50 starbits here to feed the hungry Luma and go to Toy Time Secrets at the Tox Boxes. The Tox Box stages, Toy Time Secret and Toy Time Comet, are quite risky because they're one-hit kills. And they're cycle based, and you want to get a nice cycle, but that makes it risky. I'm going to go into first person mode to advance the cycles slightly. Whoa, that was so close. Danny also advancing the cycles. Let's see how Danny goes with the cycles on the Toxbox planet. Looks like he's got a pretty fast cycle going now. Has to wait though here. Okay, Sludgy heading into Toy Time Comet, which is the fast fair comet. Gets frame perfect jump, which is nice, but it might put him make him a bit uncomfortable because he's not used to that. Seems okay though. Okay, pretty nice from Sludgy. Can Danny do the same? That was very close from Danny. Has to wait here now. As Sludgy heads into Toy Time 2, the regular star in for Toy Time 2. I'm going to set up a triple jump here to get into the gravity field of the top of the screw. And that was pretty nice. And Sludgy setting up a backflip here using the backwards momentum. Doesn't hit the fire. Mecha Bowser. Mecha Fire Breather something. The enemy. Mecha Koopa. Yeah, that sounds right. Danny gets the gravity, gets pulled into the gravity. And let's see if he can get the boost. Nope. Mecha Bowser, maybe, yeah. Okay, so Sludgy's heading back to the kitchen to do Boy Base 1 and Secret, and then finish off with Drip Drop, which is outside the kitchen. The Hungry Luma level. So Sludgy's gonna swim away when he knows that the torpedo will hit. It's gonna do a skip here to skip all the star chips. involves ground pounding on the spring enemy and then shaking at the right time to get a great amount of boost, upwards boost. And Sludgy gets it pretty nicely there. It's all about the timing on the shake. Okay, again, because we've done Boy Base 1 already, we can skip the cutscenes. Sludgy, I mean. Let's see how Danny goes with the Boy Base 1 skip. Okay, third try, not too bad. Losing a little bit of time on Sludgy though, which is, I guess, the important thing to mention. Okay, so Sludgy's heading into Drip Drop, 600 star bits. Quite a tricky level. It's one of those levels that if you mess up the intended strats, then it's going to be a massive time loss, because again, it's to do with the fact that objects only move when they're on the screen. So finding these eels, so you have to find these eels and kill them with 3 shells. There's 3 eels, and you'll need 3 shells. So if you lose track of one, it's quite hard to get them back on it unless you know you have a backup strategy worked out. So I'm going to manipulate the camera here. Sludgy is heading towards this second eel, and the shell should be right there. Good so far. Okay, not too bad. And the final level before Bowser, Sludgy has to talk to Toad. Luigi sent another letter. Luigi says, "I'm stuck in a tree, please help." And we do, because it's very fast. Okay, Danny was with Trip Drop. First one was fine. Second one also fine. Oh. That's not too bad. Yep, gets the 3rd hit, that's the main thing. Alright. And we saved Luigi. Time to go beat Bowser. Alrighty, so the start of the final level, Sludgy is going to want to get on top of the platforms, not use the spotlights. And there's a fast cycle that he can get. We call it early cycle. So he's going to set up a triple jump. And looks like he's on track for it. Ooh. Should be okay to make it. Yep, that was really nice. Really nice movement. It's a bit late for that, sorry. And more skating long jumps through that section. I'm going to skip this section as well entirely. No need to wait in that section as well. Ooh, almost got hit actually. There's 2 coins coming up ahead. So no troubles with that. Let's see if Danny can get the early cycle as well. Good stuff. Sludgy going to skip most of this by doing some backflips. And Danny gets the early cycle, that was nice. Bonks though. And Sludgy's at the bottom of the stair. Okay, so Sludgy's going to want to get up these stairs using long jumps. Oh, I missed that. Sorry about that. I'll point it out when Danny gets to it. Danny going underneath that bonsai build there. That was nice. Quick movements. And final planet for Sludgy. Looks like he's got it in the bag. Oop, missed that. Sludgy is the winner. Well, technically it's not over yet. And Sludgy finishes. Congrats. Feel free to come in for an interview. When you're ready. $227 for Danny. That's really nice for a race. Oh, backflip. GG. Hello.
Hello.
Well done on a 227 during a
Yeah,
race.
thanks. Bet y'all thought that was going to be a 45. You were all wrong.
Yep.
Alright.
Hey, Sludgy, congrats.
Yo, Sludgy, congrats.
Thanks. Good job, Danny.
Yo, thanks. Appreciate it.
I thought it was a good race, but after Ghostly's secret, I'd say, that was kind of the end.
Yeah, a little bit.
There was obviously potential for Danny to catch up.
To you, Danny? On Ghostly?
Sorry, what's that? I died on
didn't
Ghostly
have-
Secret.
I didn't have the restream up until after our rats converged.
Yeah.
Just because it would have distracted me.
Yeah, I didn't have the stream up at all, but I was kind of checking the pace through Live Split.
Mhm.
What happened to you, Sludgy, and Gusty Garden? Because I think I made up like 30 seconds on you.
Gusty Garden. Oh, Gusty Garden 2, I screwed up the moles. I got a bad angle.
Okay.
And the camera I screwed up the moles.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I think from that point on, I think you just got farther and farther ahead.
Yeah, I think everything from there on was after that was like pretty decent.
Yeah.
Don't think I was doing super well before that.
Nah.
I lost 20 seconds on Gateway. Like, that was
Yeah, I noticed that.
not a great start to the run.
Yeah. Yeah. I was pretty much ahead through Terrace, and then I had issues with the pole stars on Space Junk 1. I mean, everything else went fine, but the pole stars killed me for some reason. And that's when it got really close.
Yeah, that was a pretty close race.
Yeah, closer than I thought, so I really can't complain.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Yeah. Did you guys get any golds during that run?
Let's see. I got a few. I got one on Battle Rock Comet, and then Gusty Garden Secret, Gusty Garden Comet, Gold Leaf 2, Gold Leaf Secret.
Oh, wow.
I got one on Gusty Garden Secret as well. I got one on Gold Leaf 1, even with bad observatory movement, just because it was really good. And then Toy Time 1.
Yeah.
I got one. I got super lucky on Toy Time 1 because I
Nice.
bonked on a wall, and it let me wall jump again on the same wall that I had just come off of. I don't know why that happened.
Oh, yeah. I think I know what you're talking about. Were you near the top?
Yeah, I was.
The armpit skip? Yeah, that happens to me sometimes.
Uh,
I don't know why it works, though.
it worked out in my favor.
Yeah.
So, Sludgy facing off against Hardcore again.
Yeah.
What do you think? What are you thinking?
I mean, I think that race it's completely up in the air because the race a few days ago, I think that one was actually slightly in my favor because I was more in practice. Still lost, but that's besides the point. But I don't know. He's had a couple runs to warm up. We're like pretty evenly matched. I think that's going to be a good race.
Yeah, the
I
first
think
one
so
was fun
too.
to watch, so this one will probably be just as fun to watch as well.
All right. I think we're done.
Yeah.
You guys done?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, good race,
All right.
Danny.
Yeah, GG, Sludgy.
GG.
It was it was a
congrats again.
pleasure.
All right,
All
and
right.
thank you for commentating, Timba.
Yes, thank
Hey,
you.
no worries. That's fine. See you guys.
See ya.
All right. See ya.